has every heart in the seat. 22 men, but there's only one crown. We don't come to play, we come to shut it down. Calculated movement, precision in the stride. Turn the volume up, flicker on the light. We're under the lights, yeah, we're chasing the glory. 90 on the clock, we're riding the story. 0 to 100, never looking back. Light 'em up, break 'em down, stay on the attack. This is the moment, this is the stage. Flip the script, yo, we're turning the page. This is the moment. This is the stage. Ice in the veins when the pressure gets heavy. Wall in the back, keep the front line steady. One touch, one shot, one chance to be great. History is calling, don't leave it to fate. From the first whistle to the final scream, living for the badge, dying for the dream. Game over, but the grind never stops. See you on the pitch, fade to silence. Fade to silence.
Welcome everyone, welcome one and all. Chelsea managed to get a 4-1 win over Aston Villa at Villa Park. Now, it wasn't easy, it wasn't the greatest performance from start to finish, but Chelsea get the job done. Welcome back to Chelsea Sessions, and I have to say welcome back to myself as well, because I've not done any content in a while. So I know that it may take some time for the algorithm to pick up on that. But anyways, I just want to say this. I want to get all the negatives out first before we go into the positives. And I have to say this. Typically, I don't come on and I don't say, and especially after a win, I don't come out saying negative things. But the reality is, right now, I'm very much disappointed in the behavior of Chelsea fans. I don't like the online, the internet fan base is very disgraceful in my opinion. It's everything is negativity. There's always pessimism, nothing positive. We go behind the first thought is, oh, Chelsea's going to lose or top four is done, and because we dropped points and we lost to Arsenal, top four is done. My problem is this, and I've said it, and I'm not going to change my stance. I have said from the start of the season, I don't see Chelsea finishing higher than 7th. If that happens, if we finish above that, fantastic. But the pessimism that I'm seeing when we concede is that, oh, we're gonna lose. I don't like that mentality. It's not good. Jurgensen comes in for Sanchez. The first thought that people have is that, oh, he's doing. Why is he starting? He's not good. He's not as good as a good shot stopper. But you need competition. You need competition. And yes, I agree that Jurgensen made some errors. He was very shaky despite him being better in ball distribution than Sanchez today, yes. But the reality is we need to think about the mindset, the mentality part of it. Jurgensen has not been playing games. And the first game that he comes back in, he's not going to be shining on all cylinders, because when you don't play games, the only way you get to enhance yourself as a player is by playing. You can only do so much when you're not playing. So I don't like the negativity that I'm seeing from a lot of fans, because at the end of the day, Jurgensen started and was like, oh my gosh, why Sanchez dropped and this is not good, and why do I need to have stability? Garbage. garbage. You need competition. Competition is important, is a necessity, and you cannot expect to be getting the best results if you don't have competition. Complacency will always creep in if you keep having that sort of narrative where no, we cannot have this or we can't have that. You need consistency. You need competitiveness. You need to have quality in the team. Now, the squad may not be the greatest. I'm not saying that it is, but the reality is you need to be backing the team, supporting the coach who has come in and has inherited a squad that he had no say in at least 95% of the players that are at the club. Mamadou Sarr, that was one player that probably returned or was recalled because Rosenior said that, okay, I know him from Strasbourg, so we call him. But the reality is a lot of people make it seem as if, oh, this is on him, and we've not seen anything, and it's always been about individual brilliance. But nobody talks about the fact that it was individual brilliance on the Maresca. Anyways, I don't want to speak about negativity because Chelsea actually won the game and comfortably as well. But I just want to get that negative part. Oh, because from this point forward, up until probably somebody joins me on the panel, we'll be focusing on the positives. So Chelsea come out 4-1 victors against Aston Villa. Of course, they conceded in the first 2 minutes. Douglas Luiz scoring, beautiful build-up by Aston Villa. You have to give them credit for that. And throughout the first half, we typically saw that Villa were able to get behind Chelsea. The midfield was all over the place. It was disjointed. And we saw a situation similar to what happened with Chelsea versus Burnley, where after scoring early, that didn't mean to rhyme, but you get the point. But so against Burnley, Chelsea took the lead, and after that, they couldn't get a second goal. And then, of course, Ollie Watkins would be disappointed because, of course, he thought he had broken his goal drought, and of course, he was offside, so that goal was chalked off. But what I have to say is that I think Rosenior made some risks, as he always does. He's a risk taker, and I don't think it actually worked the way that he wanted it to from start. So he made some transitional, decisions in terms of when Fofana went down. There was a situation where James was tucking in as that centre back, and I think that after that he said, okay, let's stick to that 3 at the back system and structure, because we started seeing a case where the defense was more solid. You had more support as well for that midfield because you had another player pushed up. And as much as people may criticize Neto and him not being in the team, Neto's impact was missed, because one thing you get with Neto, even if he doesn't score, even if his passes go astray, what you tend to see from Neto is a player that is willing to fight. And despite the fact that he got a red card against Arsenal, that it came from him being that player that drops deep, trying to be a part of the defensive work alongside other players. So that is something that we were missing. And I think that was one of the reasons why Gusto was being utilized additionally with Reece James, because you needed that support on that right-hand side, even if we're trying to allow Cole Palmer to be that free roaming number 10 who can go from left to the middle to the right-hand side interchangeably. We were able to see that was what he was trying to do, Rosenior. But my biggest issue is that it reminded me so much of what happened against Arsenal, where Chelsea had chances. They weren't scoring. And then, of course, one thing that happened against Arsenal and Villa could not do is, of course, when they had those set pieces, they were not leading to anything. Arsenal, as much as it still upsets me the way in which they won that game, the reality is they took their chances. And the thing is, and the irony is that Chelsea took their chances, or most of their chances, today. And of course, I was saying this as well, that my biggest concern is that if Joao Pedro doesn't score, I don't know where the goals are going to come from. Because we know against Arsenal, yes, it was a Reece James corner kick. And of course, it probably would have gone on target. But of course, with Hincapié deflection, that deflection, they said it was an own goal. But at the same time, we didn't score against Arsenal, essentially. Well, are not directly. So that is the biggest issue that I have, in that sense, because I was actually concerned, but as I said, we got the win. That's all that matters. And of course, I know a lot of fans would be saying, if only we were able to get this sort of result in the reverse fixture against Villa. But we cannot look at the past. The past is in the past. It's in the rearview mirror. Let us focus on winning the last 8 games? Is it 8 games or 9 games? Let me just quickly check this out to see how many games have been played. Right. So for the last 9 games, so the 9 games. So we have that sort of situation now. So 9 games to go. Chelsea can try to push for a 70+ sort of finish. I don't know if we're going to win on the remaining 9 games, but we have to hope that we can get as close as possible to that margin. We're nowhere near the points tally that we had last season with Maresca, and even the one before that with Pochettino. So it's a very iffy one, if I'm being honest. Really iffy, really is. So we have to just hope for the best in that aspect. But we get the win. That's all that really matters. Can't complain otherwise. That's all. I'm just looking at the poll. So we have 2 votes on the poll so far. And of course, the question, I didn't put a question there. I didn't put the title, but I suppose you guys picked up on what I was asking. So who is your man of the match? We've had 2 votes so far. Joao Pedro is the early favorite so far with 2 votes, 100% so far in the votes. But as I've been doing recently with these reaction or post-match recaps or discussions, I'm going to be utilizing the FootMob, and of course I'm going to show some support to Chelsea Perspective's website or chelseaperspective.com, so that we can look at the numbers, but we're going to look at the contrasts that perhaps we can end up seeing. So just bear with me as I try to get that up. But yes, I want to thank everybody that's tuned in so far. It goes a long way. Really appreciate it. I was barred from doing streams for a while. So now I'm able to do the streams again. So, right. So I'm just trying to get this up so that I can, get the stream sharing that aspect. So let me just do this quickly. So share screen. All right. So this is what I'm trying to share. Let me try and do this as quickly as possible. All right, so it's now sharing. Just trying to ensure. I'm having some technical difficulties, but trying to resolve them. Just do this. All right, so sorry about that. Just having some technical difficulties, just trying to rectify that. So let me just do this quickly, and then I'll just move on from there. But anyways, let's do this. All right. So now that we have this up, all right, I'm going to do this now. So let's go into discussing this part now. All right. So I'm going to change the layout so it's easier. No, that's not what I meant to do. I'll just take myself off screen for a while, and I'll just probably zoom this in a bit. All right. So as we know, As we know, we have, of course, Chelsea. Well, Aston Villa 1, Chelsea 4. As I said, Douglas Luiz scored in the second minute of the game. However, Chelsea, before halftime, 10 minutes before halftime, well, initially, Joao Pedro got the first goal for Chelsea, 35th minute. And then, of course, in added time, just before halftime, he got his second goal to get his brace in the 51st minute of that first half, 6 minutes into added time or stoppage time. And then, of course, Chelsea go into halftime leading to one goal to two, or leading 2-1. And then, of course, for the second half, Chelsea came out very much brighter. They had early chances. However, it would be in the 55th minute that Cole Palmer would be able to convert after a little commotion, a little deflection, and a lot of rebounds that were going astray. He was able to strike from just entering the box and, of course, putting it beyond the Villa defense, including Emi Martinez, who was flat-footed. Well, not flat-footed. He was on the ground. He couldn't do anything about it. He was already on the ground, having to have made a save. And he'll feel hard done by because he did very good in terms of saves. But yeah, that was the third goal to make it 3-1 to Chelsea. And then, of course, 9 minutes later, Joao Pedro finishes off his hat-trick, getting his third goal thanks to an assist by Garnacho, who I want to speak about in this stream, because he showed up for this game. He fought hard. He took the opportunity, of course, with Neto getting a red card, and will be available, I believe, for the next game that will be taking place in the league. The next game in the league, I think he would be eligible to play in the FA Cup. Yeah, I think Neto will be eligible to play in the FA Cup. I think, yeah. Even if it was that case, I know League Cup it's more synonymous with the league. So if you get a red card in the league, then you won't be able to play in the League Cup. I know that. Of course, Chelsea's not in the League Cup, the FA Cup. So of course, Neto will be able to play against Wrexham in the FA Cup. So yeah, but Garnacho took his chance. He had chances that he wasted as well, but he got himself an assist, and he'll be ecstatic with that. Anyway, so let's look at the stats. And then we try to go over to Chelsea perspective. I'll come to take a look at the insights that are also shared there as well. So the XG, which is not something I really like discussing, so I'm not going to really spend a long time on it, but Villa had 0.88 XG. Chelsea had a 3.92 XG, and based on what some people would say, Chelsea outperformed their XG. So total shots, Chelsea had 15, but of that 15, only 8 of those shots were on target. Villa had 9 total shots, and only 4 of those shots were on target. Villa had 2 big chances according to FootMob. Chelsea had 5. 2 big chances missed from Villa and also from Chelsea. From the 5 big chances that Chelsea had, they had missed 2 of those big chances according to FootMob. Accurate passes, 361 from Villa, which means that they had an 86% accuracy in terms of passing. Chelsea had 508 accurate passes, giving them a 91% accuracy in their passing. Fouls committed, Villa had 10, Chelsea had 9. Corners, Aston Villa had 3, and of course Villa had 8. I'm going to skip the XG component and go down to this part. So block shots, Chelsea had 4 block shots. Villa had 1. Villa hit the woodwork once. Chelsea didn't hit the woodwork at all. Shots inside the box, Villa had 6. And Chelsea had 14 shots inside the box. So that is just slightly above 2 times more than Villa. And then of course the shots outside the box, 3 from Aston Villa and only 1 from Chelsea. Now the passes, they had, of course, 557 passes, Chelsea, and we already spoke about how many of those passes were accurate. So you can see why they had 91%. Villa had 419, and only 58 of their passes were not accurate. One half. And of course, the opposition half, they had 149. For Chelsea in their own half they had 358, and the remainder was of course 150. So that this is taking into account the accurate passes to really give an explanation as to why it's 361 and why it's 508. So yeah, you can see that 16 throws for Villa and 20 for Chelsea. Accurate crosses, 1 for Villa and 3 from Chelsea. Offsides, Villa had 2, Chelsea also had 2. And yeah, we go down here, we see Villa had 3 yellow cards, Chelsea had 2, which is another issue that Chelsea need to rectify. 15 tackles from Chelsea, 11 from Villa, 7 interceptions from Villa and 8 from Chelsea, 4 blocks from Villa and 1 from Chelsea, 14 clearances from Villa and 15 from Chelsea, 4 keeper saves from Villa and 3 from Chelsea. Duels won, Villa won 27 while Chelsea won 36. Ground duels won 21 from Villa and 31 from Chelsea. Aerial duels won 6 from Villa and 5 from Chelsea. 1 successful dribble from Villa and 6 from Chelsea. And then you look at the top stats, and rightly so, Joao Pedro, according to the football rating, had the highest and by a large margin, or slightly large margin, 9.8. So according to football, he had a near perfect performance, and he played 85 minutes, 3 goals, 1 assist. Okay, so he had a 4 GA. So 3 goals, 1 assist. That's fantastic for him. Ecstatic. So he's credited for the assist to Cole Palmer then, I suppose, because we only scored 4. So, but that's fantastic. Garnacho, we spoke about, had 1 assist, 8.6 for Cole Palmer, 8.5 for Garnacho. Enzo Fernandez with 8 points. And of course, he got the assist for the opening goal for Joao Pedro. And then the Gusto also got an assist for Joao Pedro's second goal. And of course, so you can see that the funny thing is all the players that were involved in the goals for Chelsea are down in the same order or in the pattern of the rating. So you can see, so Cole Palmer scored a goal, Garnacho got an assist, Enzo Fernandez got an assist, Malo Gusto got an assist. Rich James did not get an assist, but he did very good for the most part. Rich James played all 90 minutes. Gusto came off after 75 minutes. Hurrell Hato played all 90 minutes. He had an okay performance. He had to be physical. He won the ball a few times. Fantastic from him. Trevor Chalobah was shaky. Leon Bailey is the first Villa player to start the ratings for Villa. Jorgensen 7.0 as well. Moises Caicedo on the lower side, 6.8. Martinez 6.7. Buendia 6.6. Tammy Abraham came on for 80 minutes, 6.6. Was it Fofana 6.6? He came off after 79 minutes. Douglas Luiz 6.5, 63 minutes. He scored a goal as we discussed. Ross Barkley came on for 27 minutes, 6.4, 6.4 for Ollie Watkins as well, who only played 72 minutes. Jadon Sancho came on for 27 minutes as well as Ross Barkley, 6.3. Kukurea came on for 11 minutes and he got a rating of 6.3. Tosin Adebayo came on for 11 minutes with Kukurea, 6.2 as well. Alisson Edward came on for 27 minutes, 6.2 rating. Borgard came on at halftime or at the start of the second half, came on, and of course he got 45 minutes, 6.1 rating for him. Romeo Lavia 6.0, he came on for 15 minutes. It's good to see Lavia back. Morgan Rogers played all 90 minutes, but he didn't do much. For 5.9 according to Footmob. Ian Massin's rating is somewhat unfortunate because I think he fought well in the game, but of course not much involvement in terms of goals or assists, so his rating will be low. And of course, Villa lost and they conceded lots of goals, so that drops his rating as well. Tyrone Mings, 5.4. Matty Cash, 5.3. He came off at halftime. He picked up a yellow card as well. Amadou Onana did very good in that first half. The second half, he was starting to be non-existent, but he played in all 90 minutes and got a 5.2. Konsa got a 4.7 rating, the lowest rating. Liam Delapa and Santos only came on for 5 minutes, and of course, Footmob states that it's too small for time to really give them a rating. So we've gone through that aspect, which is very important. So yeah, fantastic. But yeah, great work, man. Awesome sauce. But yeah, so we've gone through that. Let me go over to chelseaperspective.com so we can see a more detailed, visual of what happened in the game. So you should be able to see this right now. That's very important. So let me just do this. All right, just gonna share the stream out, so just bear with me. So please drop a like on the stream. We have 11 people watching, but we only have 3 likes. So we can't be having 11 people watching and only 3 likes. Come on, we need to be doing better than that. Surely, come on. Let's get to 11 likes. All right, so just sharing the stream on X so that other people can be notified. As I said, having been barred from streaming, the algorithm needs some time to pick up on the fact that I'm streaming right now, and of course different streaming platform. But anyways, that's the least of the problem right now. Just need to do this quickly. Just bear with me. But drop a like on the stream, guys. We need to be getting more. We can get more likes on the stream. Can't be having 11 people watching. Can't be having 11 people watching and only that limited amount of likes, man. It's not adding up at all. Literally, it's not. Absolutely not adding up at all. So I hope that we can get the likes up. Surely. It's not asking so much, I think. I think I'm being reasonable. So please drop a like on the stream. But yeah. Not seeing much otherwise to really discuss. But I'm just gonna keep doing this quickly, as I said, just trying to share the stream to other people as well. All right, so I'm gonna just post this here. See if anybody else is interested in joining. So we've been streaming for 27 minutes. I don't know. I feel like the time is flying by very quickly. But yeah, we move. All right, so just doing this quickly. Let's just do this. Just sharing the link out so that people can just be aware of the fact that I'm streaming. So let me just go down here. So just doing that part. All right, so let me go back to chelseaperspective.com now. Try to enhance this so it's easier for you guys to see it. But let's see. So as I said, this is what happened. So Douglas Luiz scored the 2nd minute. Bailey got the assist. This is from the chelseaperspective.com website. As we said, Joao Pedro got the equalizing goal for Chelsea in the 35th minute. Gusto getting the assist there. So I think I got the order mix up. So Gusto got the assist for the first Pedro goal, and then Angel Fernandez got the or probably this is inaccurate. I'm not sure. I'm not sure. Because I know Gusto got the goal for the assist for the goal that Pedro scored that he tapped in. So I don't know. I'm not sure if the order is right here, but all I know is that Gusto and Fernandez got an assist for the 2 goals. Palmer got a goal in the 55th minute. Pedro assist there. Garnacho got the assist for Pedro as well. So the attack was helping each other essentially. Matty Cash, as I said, 32nd minute he got his yellow card. Morgan Rogers got a yellow card in the 58th minute. Watkins got a yellow card in the 68th minute. Pedro got a yellow card in the 54th minute. Fernandez got one in the 58th minute as well. Beauregard, as I said, came on at the start of just before the start of the second half to replace Matty Cash, who got a yellow card as well. Sancho came on for Buendia in the 63rd minute. Barkley came on for Douglas Luiz as well in the 63rd minute. Alisson also came on the 63rd minute to replace Bailey. Abraham came on for Watkins in the 72nd minute. Gusto came off for Lavia in the 75th minute. Tosin came on for Fofana in the 79th minute. Kukurea came on for Fernandes in the 79th minute. Delap came on for Pedro in the 85th minute. And Santos came on for Palmer in the 85th minute. So that is that aspect. So we know that the next game is on Saturday for Chelsea. They're playing against Wrexham away. This match will be taking place at 5:45 UK time. It will be at 12:45 my local time in the afternoon. I will not be watching the game, so I will not be doing a stream on its posts. So we'll move. But yeah, the next game for Chelsea is on the 7th of March, which is the most important thing there. And yeah, fantastic. Yeah, so I was just trying to see if anybody would be joining the stream to show support. So far no one has joined. Okay, big up to you, SK. As soon as I said nobody has joined, but big up to you, SK. What are your thoughts on the game? I've given my thoughts. I spoke about the tactical aspects as much as I could. I want to do more thing. SK says good win today, 100%. Let me see. I'm going to see if you voted on the poll as well. So it says 2 votes on the poll. Still, let me make myself visible on the screen again. No. All right. So that's this. I'm going to change the background. I don't like this background. Yeah, I don't like this background. I'll use this one instead. Yeah. Don't see why not. So I'll use this one. Big up TSK. Thank you for tuning in the chat. Appreciate it. I know that this stream perhaps was probably the best thing to do right now because of the time. However, because I don't have the availability that some people probably will have tomorrow, I have to do the stream immediately after because I don't have the time. Nonetheless, I do appreciate those who've dropped a like on the stream. We've had 12 people here. But we still have only 3 likes. SK says thought the wide play was elite today. I mean, yeah, I had a bit of frustration today in terms of the fact that I saw certain components where the midfield was open and Chelsea were always trying to do the difficult passes to force it wide. And if we realize it was a case where they weren't trying to go through the middle, which I could understand. You don't want to be using that pattern mostly, but the goals that Chelsea ended up scoring, it came from them utilizing the midfield and then forcing it wide. So the pass that Caicedo made to Gusto, that of course led, was it Gusto? Was it Caicedo that made the pass to Gusto? I don't remember. But the midfield essentially created that chance for Joao Pedro to get his goal. So that is, of course, one key thing. So I'm going to go back to this picture. But yeah, Garnacho fundamentals is yikes, not going to lie. I mean, he fought well. Yeah, Enzo's key pass for the first goal, 100%. So the midfield had a crucial part, using the midfield. But in the early parts of it, before Palmer, I'm saying Palmer, when Pedro got that goal in the 35th minute, they were just forcing it down the wide. They weren't using the midfield when the gap was there, which was so odd because that is how Villa kept going in behind Chelsea, because as soon as you get the ball from the wide player, you just go and attack. But and that's why the midfield wasn't so balanced, because if you were utilizing the midfield would have to keep in shape to receive the ball and then progress it. But because they weren't doing that, they kept losing the ball. So that was my biggest issue that I had as well. So yeah, we have 2 people watching right now. So the views has the watchers have gone down. But we only have 3 likes. Don't know what's going on. Newcastle up right now. Yeah, wow. Oh wow, Man United in the Man United game. I forgot that Man United are playing. Wow, so Newcastle are about to cause the a halt, or they will break the undefeated streak that Man United have had, and this is very good. But at the same time, it makes me feel even more frustrated now that we couldn't get the win against Arsenal, because if Chelsea had gotten the win against Arsenal, they would have gone to fourth, and of course they'd be 1 point behind I beg your pardon, behind Manchester United. So if they had gotten the win against Arsenal, they would have been 1 point behind Man United. Nonetheless, it is what it is. We can't look at the past. I'm not going to dwell on the past. It's just the disappointing thing. So of course, Chelsea won 4-1 against Villa. Manchester United are losing 2-1 to Newcastle right now. They're in added time right now. I'm absolutely shocked. But nonetheless, Newcastle will be ecstatic. This is a good result for them as they try to go into next week when they have to face off against the likes of Barcelona. So Newcastle, of course, getting that goal means that they're now on 39 points and they push to 12th place. So so 4 points dropped against Leeds, Burnley. Most agree us, in my opinion. Yeah, I agree with you. Agree with you, dear. But thank you very much for tuning in, SK. I appreciate it. I don't know. I have nothing much to say otherwise. I think I've said my bit. Nobody else is joining, so I think I'll end the stream. This stream was just so I could, just let the algorithm know that I'm back, because I wasn't able to stream for a week due to restrictions from YouTube. So but I'm back now. I will not be doing streams consistently because I won't have the time. However, I'm just letting the algorithm, as I said, know that I'm back in terms of doing content. I haven't done anything in a week, or not in a week, in 3 weeks actually, for the men's team, to be specific. I did a stream. I tried doing a stream for the women's team right before they went on international break, but things went south. Anyways, not gonna digress. You can see what Nightbot is asking. Can you help us make it to 5,000 subscribers? We're 300 subscribers away from 5,000. We've stagnated due to the restrictions that I had before. Nonetheless, not going to dwell on that. We move, it happens, and we progress with life. Life continues. So I don't see anybody joining. If anybody joins, then maybe I'll extend the stream. But right now, I have nothing else to say. I've gone through the statistics. I've gone through the goals. I've described the application, the way in which we move the ball. I think 30 minutes is a good enough place for the stream as well. And I have nothing else, and I don't want to repeat myself. So if nobody else joins, I'm going to give it probably about 5 more minutes. If nobody joins, then of course just end the stream, because I have nothing else to discuss there. But we have 2 votes on the 3 votes on the poll. Joao Pedro, the favorites in terms of that aspect. So yeah, 100% love that. 100% love that for sure. But yeah, we move. Let's just do this. Just gonna share the link to somebody else, just in case they're interested in joining. If they aren't, then I'll just end the stream. But there's nothing wrong with trying first before proceeding to do certain things. So just gonna share the link to some persons that typically would be here, but due to certain circumstances, they may not be here as well. So I'm just going to share the link in in this group that I'm in as well, so I can see if anybody will join me here. But yeah, I don't think there's anything else to really discuss. I'm trying my hardest not to push it off. But yeah, okay, so I'm just gonna give it 5 more minutes, see if anything changes. If it doesn't, then I'll just end the stream. But yeah, I think that's it from me in terms of reviewing the game. We'll see. As I said, I had to do the stream immediately after the match, because I won't have the time to do the stream again. So we move. We move. The women's team will be returning to action not this weekend, but I believe they will be returning from international duties. And of course, we're playing on the 15th. So they have in about 12 days, they'll be back in action. So you can call it in about 2 weeks, they'll be back. I can't wait for that because that is where my focus remains right now. The women's team is more enticing, in my opinion, and it's where most of the support I've been getting has been coming from recently. So I can't wait for them to return. But nonetheless, happy for Chelsea to get the win. Chelsea needed to win this game to keep their Champions League hopes alive. And so said, so done. So fantastic. But Manchester United are still losing 2-1 to Newcastle, and it looks as if that is definitive now. It looks like that's going to be the result. And it will also symbolize the first defeat that Man United have had in the last 5 games. So the undefeated streak in the league will come to an end. Michael Carrick will be suffering his first defeat since joining rejoining Manchester United on an interim basis as the coach. So as a result, yeah, I have nothing else to say. Honestly, I'm trying to force saying some other things, but I have nothing else to say. So thank you very much to those who dropped a like, those who voted on the poll. This stream is going to be on the shortest side because I have nothing else to say. Nobody else is joining, so and I don't really have the time to really wait any longer. So thank you very much for tuning in, everybody, and for perhaps for those that may end up seeing the stream in the aftermath. Thank you very much for tuning in and for watching as well. Cheers, and come on, Blues. Let's try to end the season off with perhaps a trophy and getting top 4 if it's a possibility. My stance remains that we're going to finish 7th. I don't believe in flip-flopping and changing opinions. If I said 7th, I'm not going to change it now. But thank you very much for tuning in, and I'll see you guys next time. Cheers.
Clear the tunnel, check the steps, the clock is ticking, welcome to the show. Check the pulse, feel the heat, every blade of grass, every heart in the seat. 22 men, but there's only one crown. We don't come to play, we come to shut it down. Calculated movement, precision in the strike, turn the volume up, flicker on the light. We're under the lights, yeah, we're chasing the glory. 90 on the clock, we're writing the story. 0 to 100, never looking back. Line 'em up, break 'em down, stay on the attack. This is the moment, this is the stage. Flip the script, yeah, we're turning. Ice in the veins when the pressure gets heavy. Ball in the back, keep the front line steady. One touch, one shot, one chance to be great. History is calling, don't leave it to fate. From the first whistle till the final scream. Living for the badge, dying for the dream. Game over, but the grind never